Let's start over and go.
Let's be honest, Meghan Markle does not deserve to become a member of the royal family, and I, for one, will not be celebrating the royal wedding. This is a tough one for me. I'm a staunch royalist. I love the royal family. I love the institution of the royal family, but I just can't bring myself to celebrate the royal wedding. I don't think Meghan Markle is suitable for royalty. I don't think she is. So I won't be celebrating the royal wedding. Well, we call it a royal wedding. Harry's not exactly a royal, is he? It seems like this royal wedding is not like any other royal wedding we've ever had. There's a lot of reasons why I don't think Markle is ready or suitable even for royalty. But the first thing I want to note is that her mental sort of politics.
Careful, Jack.
American politics. Well, I say American, that's not fair. We've got them in England as well. But her lefty politics are even infiltrating the wedding. There's a story here, Daily Edge, whatever that is. And,
okay, that's just
there's a very
stupid.
interesting feminist detail on Prince Harry.
That's, you know what? I don't even give a shit about that. That's just stupid shit. Matter of fact, it's just not even classy to worry about crap like that. That is someone who is so involved in herself and her opinions that she goes into a family that she's only known for a short period of time and tries to infiltrate it with this kind of bullshit.
And Meghan Markle's wedding invitations. And basically, just to sum up the article, which I've read so you don't have to, the article's talking about how usually the invitation will say Miss Markle and Mr. So it says Miss and Mr. But actually on this, it says Ms, MS and Mr. And
how stupid.
They're talking about the fact that,
that's
if you're a girl,
stupid.
you grow up Miss, become Ms, or become Mrs., and it's not fair. When you get married, your title changes.
No, it doesn't.
It's feminist, it's
No, it
unfair,
doesn't.
blah, blah. But the article's talking about how, it's a great modern step forward that she's used.
Okay, are you freaking kidding me? Since the 70s, women have been using especially if they're professional, have been not changing their names. I didn't change my name when I got married. I'm not some big feminist. I hyphenated it for legal purposes, but for my business card and stuff, I would have been, people didn't have time to talk to these people are so busy, especially doctors in busy offices. They would have looked at the last name and said, who the hell is this? Because the last names are so different. You know, I have a very Irish last name, and the other last name was extremely opposite end of the spectrum, and everybody knew me as that name for years and years and years. So all of a sudden, I just didn't want to change it. I just decided not to, period. And he was okay with that, and it was no big deal. It was like, okay. It's like, whatever. All right. But I did want to be, there's very few times anymore where you're addressed as a Mrs., except for like a wedding invite or some shit like that. It's just very, very few times where I was ever referred to as a Mrs. Come on.
Using Ms. instead of Miss, and I can't help but thinking, am I the only one, when you were a kid, you were taught that as a young girl you're a Miss, as you get older, you're usually married.
It just shows that this girl is so narcissistic and so frivolous, and has so much time on her hands that she worries about shit like that.
Mrs. But if you're divorced or not married and old, then you're Ms. That's what I was taught as a kid. Isn't that what everyone else does? Let's face it, Meghan Markle is getting on a bit.
She's going to be 37 in August.
She's older than Harry. And she's a divorcee.
Yep.
Hence the Ms., right? And here's another thing. I find it funny that I keep agreeing with arch-feminist Jermaine Greer recently. I agree with her on the whole trans issue. And she's also come out saying that she thinks Meghan Markle's going to leave Harry. Let's watch this video.
I think she will see vistas of boredom that are unbelievable. But I think the pressure to...
All right, let's keep going forward.
She bolted before. She was out the door.
Okay.
It seems to me that Markle...
No, I think I just went forward too much.
In the Express here, Meghan Markle became so addicted to fame that when she finally hit the big time as an actress on Suits...
Meghan Markle became so addicted to fame that when she finally hit the big time as an actress on Suits, she divorced her first husband and sent him the wedding ring back in the mail. Again, I go to this narcissistic personality disorder. The hallmarks are grandiosity, a lack of empathy for other people. That means putting yourself in the other person's place, being able to empathize with their situation and try to help them by getting down to their level, no matter who they are. I mean, I did this when I was in nursing. We were taught this. We were taught, if you don't have this, this was the first thing we learned. This is the first thing we learned. This word was put on a blackboard. Learn this, use it, and this is the most important thing. That is what I was told. And when you're taking care of someone who's dying and who had just stroked out right in front of you, yeah. What are they going through? What do they need? They can still hear you in many cases. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have any of that. She is about herself, period. She is 100% all about herself. And perhaps at the time, the person that is feeding her, which she needs like food, this hairy person is feeding her by giving her the clothes, the 11 servants, the full-time hairdresser. She has an open credit card to go out and buy whatever the fuck she wants. Okay? And she doesn't look particularly special. I don't know why everybody is drooling all over this chick. I think Melania looks classy and cute. I think Kate looks really super cute and classy. This chick, I mean, wearing a green winter dress with 2 pockets on it to Ireland in the middle, wearing is a fashion icon. And that color she wore at the baptism for Kate and the baby, where everybody looked just very feminine and beautiful. She comes in a drab green dress, which was more appropriate for like a funeral or a memorial service than celebrating life, right? She has a need for admiration. People with this condition are frequently described as arrogant, self-centered, manipulative, and demanding, and you know damn well she is.
Suits. She divorced her first husband and sent him the wedding ring back in the post, according to a bombshell report. Her former best pal since childhood, Nanaki Pretty, said when Meghan gained stardom as an actress on TV show Suits, it completely changed her, and she drifted away from her first husband, Trevor Engelson.
Okay.
41. And her own brother warned Prince Harry against marrying her. The article in here, it says, why was Meghan's brother against the royal wedding? The 51-year-old from Oregon claimed Meghan had abandoned her father despite him pouring money into her career when she first started out. He wrote, what kind of person...
Okay, so the tits, the tatas, which have disappeared. Where are Meghan's tatas? I think we should have a milk carton with missing. Okay, so the father probably paid for the boob job, paid for the nose job or the teeth or whatever the hell she had done, and all the Botox and the little subtle reconstructions and the hair extensions and all that shit. That's very expensive for hair like that, okay? And that's a weekly, like I said, that is a weekly thing for most Black women, but for her, it's daily. But she used her dad. She uses people. And she uses them in this case for money, even though she made a salary on Suits. Then she had money and she could do shit. And now she's burnt out, so she hooked up with this hairy guy who Michelle Obama supposedly hooked them up. And whatever. She used her father until he was bankrupt, forgot about him, left him broke, over mostly all her debts. I do believe it. So he paid for all of her photography, her sexy shots, got her into that circuit, gained fame, was done using him, was done using her husband, took a shit on both of them, and then split with Prince Harry. And I believe that was up to 100% arranged marriage. I think she's really in deep with the sort of Hollywood cult kind of thing. And I think she is totally gone mentally. I mean, she's not a normal down to earth person. She is an elevated woman who has an elevated sense of who she is and what she is. She's not just this girl next door. She's almost 40. She's not a teenager. She acts like one, though. She acts like she's 19. That's how sick she is. She thinks that she can act like, like some little chick flitting about and get away with it because she's so arrogant. She's created this in her own mind. She doesn't act like a mature 37-year-old woman. Holy shit. Whew.
Starts out by using her own father until he's bankrupt, then forgets about him in Mexico, leaving him broke over mostly all her debts.
Well, that says it all.
To pay him back, she forgets her own father like she never knew him. So there's a lot of reports. I mean, it seems like too much of a coincidence. There's so much out there saying how she changed after she became famous, and she just doesn't seem like a particularly nice person.
She doesn't.
But my real issue with her, real issue, is that she's political. If you know British politics, the British Constitution, the foundation of British society, the royal family are above politics. The monarch is above politics. The royal family is not
I can't listen to this one speak.
Issues.
I can't listen to her speak. I'm sorry.
Divisive. Think about just female voters alone, right? I mean, like,
think about us, Megan. We don't have a daddy and a husband and all this shit to pay for all of our
voting for a woman if it's Hillary just because she's a woman, but certainly because Trump has made it easy to see that you don't.
And you made it easy for me to hate you because you are just a fucking bitch. All right, let's go.
Her thoroughly modern man, a proud feminist, as the pair embarked on their first official visit to Wales.
So she's now coercing this guy into her world. She's going to suck him in, use him, give him attention, use him for everything, emotionally, financially, whatever. And when she's done with him, which she might not be with this one, because there's an endless supply of houses, clothes, servants, whatever the fuck she wants, plastic surgery, hair extensions, mink eyelash extensions. There's an endless supply of everything for this bitch. She finally got to the point where she can suck someone for everything they've got. And that, my friend, is a narcissist.
Undertaking a long walkabout to greet admirers who waited for hours in the cold for them, Miss Markle was complimented by Jessica Phillips, 23, for her outspoken views on equality.
These people don't know what they're talking about.
She was so lovely. I said it was really lovely to have a feminist in the royal family. Gesturing to her fiancé, the former actress told her he's a feminist too. Who the hell does she think she is? Who does she think she is?
Princess Anne is a feminist. Do you guys know anything about her? I swear to God, anyone like between the age